Those who give up some of their liberty in order to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety.
Welcome to Scott's Media. If you're new to the channel, my name is Scott. I'm disabled and unable to work, and like millions of Americans, I rely on SNAP just to survive. So when I see people online posting videos filled with misinformation, showing caviar, luxury meats, premium chocolates, and acting like people on food stamps buy these items every day, I take that personally because that's not the truth. That's not my reality. That's not the reality of the elderly, disabled, or the working poor who depend on SNAP to make it through each month. Today, I want to break down the facts. Who actually uses SNAP, how much people really get, how we stretch it, why these fake videos are harmful, and how the job market is a big part of the reason people need help. Let's start with the truth. Most people on SNAP are either disabled, elderly, or working individuals who still don't earn enough to survive. And here's what people don't understand: the actual amounts. I live in Michigan. A single person household gets $298 a month. Other states vary slightly, but they're all in the same ballpark. And let me be clear, $298 is not enough to buy luxury food. It's barely enough to get through 1 month with basic groceries. A lot of people online act like we're swimming in leftover food stamps from previous months. No, there are no leftovers, because the benefit doesn't even cover 1 month, let alone 2. Most SNAP recipients use every dollar as soon as the new month starts because they need food immediately. Now let's talk about the misinformation. YouTube and TikTok are full of so-called EBT hauls, where creators load their carts with the most expensive, unrealistic items they can find: caviar, imported chocolates, high-end ribeye, truffle oils, specialty seafood, and then they tape the receipt like it's real life. These videos are not educational. They're not showing how the program works. They're nothing but rage bait designed to anger people and spread false ideas about low-income families, seniors, and disabled people. It's entertainment, not reality. Now I want to talk about how I personally budget my SNAP benefits. Not to justify myself, but to show what real budgeting looks like on $298 a month. Most of the food I buy comes from Walmart's online ordering. That's where I get my day-to-day items, mainly lunch and dinner foods. Ordering online is easier, and it helps me manage what little I have. And let me say this loud and clear: I am not showing my grocery list, because no matter what you buy, trolls online will nitpick everything. If you buy healthy food, they complain. If you buy cheap food, they complain. A lot of these people genuinely think anyone on food stamps should live on nothing but beans and rice. Like that's realistic or healthy for a whole month? The truth is, my Walmart order usually wipes out all of my SNAP benefits. There are no rollovers. There's no extra money from last month. Everything is spent because everything is needed, but SNAP doesn't cover everything, so I still spend my own cash. I go to a local meat market because it's much cheaper than big box grocery stores. I get more value and better deals. For example, I'll buy a slab of New York strip when it's on sale. These are not the fancy premium cuts. These are the cheaper bulk options, and buying the whole slab lowers the cost per pound. The butcher cuts it into steaks for me. I also buy ground chuck in bulk, usually 5 pounds or more, because the price drops when you buy larger quantities. Between Walmart for basics and the meat market for protein, that's how I stretch $298 a month. It's not luxury, it's survival. This is what real budgeting looks like, not the fake luxury hauls shown online. Here's what people on SNAP deal with every single month: rising food prices, limited transportation, dietary or medical restrictions, inflation wiping out buying power, running out of food before the end of the month. Most households are out of food before week 3 and sometimes even sooner. This isn't a luxury program, it's a survival program. These fake videos and false narratives cause real harm. They make people think SNAP users are spoiled or wasteful. They encourage harassment, they divide communities, and they create resentment toward people who are already struggling. SNAP exists for people who genuinely need help: seniors, disabled individuals, veterans, children, and working families who simply don't earn enough to keep up with today's cost of living. Now, let's talk about who people blame for all of this. For years, people blamed immigrants for every economic problem: jobs, immigrants, wages, immigrants, food prices, immigrants. People throw blame around without ever looking at the real causes. But now that excuse is wearing out, so they've moved on to blaming another group. People on Snap. I hear it all the time online. People on Snap don't want to work. They're living off the state. They choose benefits over jobs. Let me be absolutely clear. Nobody is choosing Snap over working, not on $298 a month. Not anywhere. Snap doesn't pay rent. Snap doesn't pay bills. Snap doesn't pay medical costs. Snap doesn't cover anything except food, and not enough food at that. The real issue is the job market. It's nothing like it used to be. Back in the 90s, you walked in, filled out a simple application, and got hired. Today, hiring is full of roadblocks. Automated resume filters, personality tests, age discrimination, transportation requirements, gaps in work history, experience required for minimum wage jobs. People aren't choosing Snap. People are being pushed into Snap because the system shut them out. Blaming Snap recipients is just the latest lazy excuse, an easy way for people to avoid talking about the real issues in this country. This is the pattern. First, they blame immigrants, then they blame anyone on Snap, and now they're starting to blame disabled people and seniors. The blame always rolls downhill toward the people who have the least, because it's easier to attack people who can't fight back than address the real problems that caused all this in the first place. I speak out because I live this reality. I'm disabled. I rely on Snap. And I know exactly what it's like trying to stretch food through an entire month. So when I see fake videos pretending that people on food stamps are buying caviar and premium steaks every week, I'm going to call it out, because that's not my life. It's not the elderly's life. It's not a working family's life. And it's not anybody's life living on $298 a month. So the next time you see one of those luxury EBT haul videos, remember, it's entertainment, not reality. Real people are struggling. Real people are doing their best, and compassion costs nothing, but misinformation costs people their dignity. Thank you for watching and supporting Scott's Media. If you want truly honest talk and real experiences instead of rage bait, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video.
When a king becomes a tyrant, he thereby breaks the contract binding his subjects to him.
How so?
By taking away their rights.
Rights that came from him in the first place?
All except one. The right to be free comes from nature.
And are we not free, Mr. Jefferson?
Homes entered without warrant, citizens arrested without charge, and in many places, free assembly itself denied.
No one approves of such things, but these are dangerous times.
Be careful, Mr. Dickinson. Those who give up some of their liberty in order to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety.
Thanks for watching Scott's Media, where truth meets creativity. Check out these videos to keep the story going. And yep, that's the official merch right on your screen and in the description below. Want to support the channel directly? My Cash App and Venmo are below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss what's next. Rock the message, support the mission. I'll catch you in the next one.